The final Scottish Championship rally, the Fleming Stages, brought one of Scotland's favourite sons back to home territory.
We're actually here, we're doing a test for RAC. We've got quite a few different Pirelli tyres to test here, and suspension and bits and pieces in the car, just really to confirm the settings that we've had from the testing earlier on in the year.
Well, my father was going to use the car in this event for some fun, but my mum's dragged him off on holiday, so he's not able to do it. So the entry was there, so we decided just to come along and do it. There's no pressure, so we'll just go out and have a bit of fun.
One rally winning, 1 second overall, the rest has either been breakdown or crashes, so we've got hopefully something to achieve today. I hope we can do it.
The stages in the Galloway region will be used on this year's RAC Rally, so the Subaru team were getting in some testing miles over the 5 flinty stages. The first, Arroch Hill. Colin McRae was fastest of the 78 car entry by 46 seconds over the 12.3 miles. Second on the road, this year's already crowned champion Ray Munro, partnered by Neil Ewing. Third fastest, a minute behind the Subaru. But recording second fastest time, Alister McRae, partnered by tyreman Jerry Freeman in the family Sierra. Making a welcome return to Scottish Championship events after an accident on the Scottish Rally, John Gray and Fergus Loudon, determined to finish. But heading for early retirement, Neil Dugan with a smoky Sierra. Tom Buckley was giving his longtime sponsor Ian Dewar a ride into 4th place in his final run in the 323. That pairing just ahead of James Leckie, co-driven by Campbell Roy. Although Ray Munro had secured the SO Scottish title, second place was still to be decided. The two contenders were Michael Horn and Chris Wagner. In the early stages, the escort man had the advantage. In trouble, however, was Munro.
What's wrong, Raymond? Turbo's gone. Went just half a mile from the start of the last stage.
All this work used up all of his penalty-free lateness. Colin McRae set the fastest time on the second stage, but it was Alister who was first on the road by the third. And he beat the stage bogey. John Gray's confidence was gradually growing, but the battle for second in the championship was decided in Chris Wagner's favour, when Michael Horn left the road after this, and he became stuck in a wet ditch. Ray Munro had further problems, and another to leave the road was this year's British Open champion.
Very slippy junction in the stage, and the car just went a bit sideways and we went down the ditch. It's not a problem, it's just stuck in the mud. So we're just going to go and pull it out and try and go through the last stage.
On the third stage, about 2 miles in, there's a rock in the middle of the road and I couldn't avoid it, hit it and it broke the steering, and now we just struggled to the end of the stage and the boys are now trying to fix the steering rack.
Unfortunately though, the team ran out of time. Alister McRae scored more wins than anyone else in this year's series and added to his tally by 2.5 minutes over a relieved John Gray and Fergus Loudon. Despite some punctures, an impressive third went to James Leckie, and confirming his second place in the championship, Chris Wagner. Drew Gallagher put on a stirring display on the final stage for second quickest, although he'd lost time earlier in the rally. And taking the SO Challengers Award for 1992, tarmac specialist James McGillivray. Confirmation of the top 6 placings in the Fleming Stages, with victory for Alister McRae in a leaderboard dominated by Sierras. Next season brings a new sponsor to the Scottish Championship, which promises to be just as tough as ever.